So hello everybody, מועדים לשמחה, חג שמח. We're in Chol Hamoed Pesach. We're going to do nigunim connected with Pesach and with Geula and with getting ready for Shvi Shel Pesach for Shirat Hayam and for getting out of our boundaries of Egypt, you know. At least we finished cleaning for Pesach, which is already a bracha. But we have so much to thank for. Let's start from a nigun of Hallel. Let's start with Kiriat Avodeka. Let's do a song we didn't do in Hebrew. The Odecha Ki Anitani, the famous nigun that we sing on Yom Kippur for Ya'aleh Tachanenu Me'erev, the same nigun, which is probably from Yankel Talechaner, or Yosef Tolner, one of those that wrote nigunim for many Chassiduyot. It's probably one of his. The sing of the Odecha Ki Anitani. Another nigun for Hallel. Let's do one by, let's do two, by the Tzemach Tzedek, Rabbi Menachem Mendel, the grandson of the Alter Rebbe. Here's one. It's going to be a little too high. Yemina Hashem מרוממה, ימין השם עושה חיים. ימין השם מרוממה, ימין השם עושה חיים. There's another nigun by the Tzemach Tzedek that we can sing for the Hallel. By the way, I like to say it this way. You know that Tzemach Tzedek didn't compose any nigunim. We have this nigun and that nigun, and they're all his, but he didn't compose them. He didn't sit down to compose a nigun. He was just praying, and it sang to him. It just came, just flowed out of him. So it didn't come from the brain. It came from much higher than that, from Keter probably. So here's Keli Ata V'Odeka Elokai Romemeka. The sons of the Tzemach Tzedek said they know where he is in davening by the melody that he's singing. By the melody, they know where he's holding in the davening. Because he used to sing the davening. I think it's a Tzemach Tzedek that said there's two things he's sorry that he didn't do. One of them that he took away the talent of music, because he could have done much more with music. When he realized how important music is, he was sorry that he didn't develop that talent. He how do you call it? He choked that. The desire to do music, he choked that one. So let's do another one by the Tzemach Tzedek. Keli Ata V'Odeka. Keli Ata V'Odeka, Elokai Romemeka. Keli Ata V'Odeka, Elokai Romemeka. Beautiful nigun by the Tzemach Tzedek, less known. Let's do some B'Tzed Mitzrayim Mitzrayim. There's another one I'm trying to remember. I just ran away. I can't remember. Let's do the famous one. You know what? Before we do the Tzet Yisrael, there's one nigun in the Hallel. I don't remember if I sent it to the group this week. Maybe I did. In our WhatsApp group. People sing it wrong. I found out who composed it. I don't remember which Chassidut it belongs to. Maybe Bobov, I don't remember. I'm talking about Yivachet Bet Yisrael, Yivachet Bet Aaron. There was a wedding between two people from the dynasty. One was Aaron and one was Israel. So the talented son, he composed the nigun for that simcha, Yivachet Bet Yisrael, Yivachet Bet Aaron. And then Yosef Hashem Alechem, Alechem Ba'adechem. יוסף השם עליכם, מעליכם מעל בניכם, ברוכים אתם להשם, עושה שמיים בארץ, השמיים שמיים להשם, בארץ נבחנים לאדם, לא מתים יהללוקה, ולא חולים מעשיו, יברך את בית ישראל, יברך את בית אהרון. So the accompaniment, Varech Bet Israel, Varech Bet Aaron. People took that part from the accompaniment and they stuck it into the melody, but it's not part of the melody. The melody is simple and pure and beautiful. Yevarech Bet Israel, Yevarech Bet Aaron, Yevarech Hashem, הקטנים והגדולים, יוסף השם עליכם. ברוכים אתם להשם, עושה שמיים בארץ, השמיים שמיים we'll go backwards to something from before that. We have Betzit Yisrael Mitzrayim. That's it. There's a Sephardic one. That's what's fucking Betzit Yisrael Mitzrayim Bet Yaakov Le'amroel Betzit Yisrael Mitzrayim Bet Yaakov Le'amroel Hayta Yehuda לקודשו ישראל ממשיכותה הים ראה וינוס הירדן יסוב לאחור בצאת ישראל ממצרים בית יעקב צאת ישראל ממצרים בית יעקב How starts the regular one? I forgot it. I remember that one I wanted to remember. I forgot how it goes on. I think it's Mojitz, but I don't remember how it goes. No, how does a regular Betzit Yisrael Mitzrayim goes? Once it started, sing us. Just remember the funny one. Betzit Yisrael מיצרים בית יעקב מעמלואל הייתה יהודה יהודה לקודשו ישראל ממשלותיו הימה ימה ראה וינוס הירדן ניסוב לאחור בהרים רקדו חיילים בגבעות כבני צאן And I want to share with you a beautiful, beautiful Betzit Yisrael I learned this year. I keep singing it. It's probably connected somewhat to my song of my soul because I kept singing it the whole time, getting ready for Pesach and doing Pesach. And I learned it because I had to accompany a singer, a chazan, that wanted to record it. They sing it by Dushinsky. Dushinsky is a kind of a chassidut, and he's the chazan there. His father used to sing it, his grandfather used to sing it. Who brought it to the Chassidut Dushinsky is Yaakov Shtemer, and we don't know where he brought us from, but it's a beautiful, heartful nigun. Let's do it. not this one. It's the other one. That's it. It's going to be too high for me. That's it. Well enough to sing with me. בצאת ישראל, עמי מצרים, אוי אוי בית יעקב הייתה יהודה לקודשו, אוי ישראל לממש לו היה נוז היה יסוב Amazing nigun. I hope you liked it too. And from the Hallel, let's go over to songs connected with Shvi'i Shel Pesach. So we have the Shirat Hayam as a shir, singing at the sea, which is a very high madriga. But on Shvi'i Shel Pesach, there's a tradition to say 10 songs on the night before Pesach, before the night of the last day of Pesach, to sing all 10 songs that were written. Actually, the 10th one is going to be done by Mashiach. But there are at least 10 of them that we do sing. One of them is for chapter 92 in Tehillim, in Psalms, Mizmor Shir Yom Shabbat. The Midrash says that Adam HaRishon, when he got created, he stood on his feet, he got up, and he started praising Hashem and singing Mizmor Shir Yom Shabbat, this chapter. There are a few songs from this chapter. There's so many melodies, but not a Hasidic one that I know, except for Tzadik Katamar Yifrach, Alei Asor Alei Naved, I don't know if it is. Mizmor Shir the nusach. Nusach is a melody that traditionally you sing a prayer with it. It's not exactly a song, it's a nusach. That's the way my father, Alav Hashem, used to say this chapter. I don't know where he got it from, maybe from Ropshitz. But when he got to the end, he used to sing the beautiful melody by I think it's Lewandowski. Sounds Yekish from Germany or something, that part of the world. So that's the first one, which is Keneged Keter, for the crown. Mizmor Shir Yom Shabbat, that Adam HaRishon said when he was created. Now, the next song is Keneged Chochma. Actually, if we count 10, we have to start from Chochma. And then the 10th will be the one from Mashiach. But here, this is the second one we're mentioning. The song of Az Yashir, that Bnei Israel sang after crossing the sea, the Red Sea, after the sea splits and they crossed the sea. They said a song. There's a lot of midrashim. How was the singing? Did they sing everybody together at the same time? Did Moshe sing and everybody answered him? Did they repeat whatever he said, or he said one half and they answered the other half? There's all kinds of opinions by our sages. How did they say the Shirat Hayam? There's a nice Sephardic melody for Az Yashir. Let's do some of it. And so on and so on. It's also a little bit like a nusach more than that. By the Ashkenazim, not only the Sephardim, this is probably Sephardic from Spain. It has the characteristic of a Spanish melody. By the Ashkenazim, they also have a special melody for reading the Torah. When you read the Shirat Hayam, Shir al Hashem ki yoga, suz v'rachma bayam, ozi b'zimata. especially the ones where you mention Hashem's name. Hashem Yishmerecha. Sounds a little bit like the one for Shir HaShirim also, or Megillat Ruth. It's more like a reading of the Megillot, not of the chanting in the Torah, but there's a special melody for that. Mi Chamocha B'Anim Hashem. There's so many psukim here that probably have melodies to it, but I don't remember any of them right now. There is a nice one by Rav Ginsburg that I would love to do for you. It's called As a Shir. I'm going to need this paper later. One ran away. Come back, we'll read you soon. Okay. Shir, a melody by Rav Yitzchak Ginsburg. I just remembered this. He also has one called Shirat Hayam. Rav Yitzchak said that when he composed this nigun, he envisioned Am Yisrael going through the Red Sea and standing on some sides, and the men are singing this, the women are singing that. He's thought of each part as another group. First is the man, the bass. what's a bigger miracle? Going in the sea and feeling as if you're on land, or going on land and feeling as if you're in the sea? Both kind of psukim we have in the Azashir. There's a pasuk saying, Bnei Yisrael lachu betoch hayam vayabasha. They went in the sea as if on land. And another pasuk said they went on land inside of the sea. So our sages are asking it, and they say, do you realize what a big miracle it is to live in everyday life? Going in the sea, that Hashem split the sea and it's dry and you're walking inside of the sea, that's amazing. But everyday life, to know that you're alive and you're healthy and family is healthy and you have what to do and you have what to give in for life to the world, it's so important. So Bayabasha, b'toch hayam, when you go on land and you feel as if you're in the middle of the ocean, it's the same miracle, even bigger. And somebody who went through the sea and still felt like it was land and it was like walking through the sea was Rabbi Levi Yitzchak Shneor Son, the father of the Rebbe. His birthday was yesterday, on Tuesday, Yudchet Nisan, which was the Rebbe's bris day of the bris, because he was born in Yud Aleph and Yudchet was the day of the bris. And Levi Yitzchak was a man of Mesirut Nefesh. He mamash gave his life to protect Yiddishkeit, and he wouldn't budge. Whatever the Russians said, he wouldn't budge. He went on straight. So even though that his life was so hard and it ended tragically because he got sick just from being in exile and being far away from anything, but when he celebrated with all his might. And the nigun that is attributed to him, which is called Reb Levik's Hakafos nigun, the nigun of Hakafot from Levi Yitzchak, actually is not his. Rabbi Levik said that he has a masoret, he knows that they used to sing it by the Alter Rebbe for Hakafot in his shul. They used to sing it for Hakafot and Simchas Torah by the Alter Rebbe. And it's a scream, doesn't matter what you do to me, my soul is free, we are free, we're alive. They couldn't conquer him, and he won. Levi Yitzchak, the Rebbe's father. Actually, we made a break in the middle of the 10 Nigunim. We're doing the 10 Nigunim, and let's go on. So we are in Azishir. We made a break for Rabbi Levik's Hakafos Nigun on land inside of the sea, and he still felt like Hashem was with him. The next song is the song that Yehoshua sang. Which song did Yehoshua sing? Yehoshua sang Shemesh beGivon Dom veYarech be'emek Ayalon. Our sages say that Yehoshua took away the song of the sun. He was singing instead of the sun, and because of that, the sun couldn't move. That's how he stopped the song in its tracks, by singing its song. And so that's the next one. It's for Chesed. Then we have for Gvura, Vatzasha Dvorah Ubarak ben Abinoam, the song of Dvorah, the prophetess Dvorah. And she was an amazing lady. Her husband Barak is the one who won the war. There's a big connection between the war of Dvorah and Sisra and the enemy falling into the river in Kishon and being swept into the ocean, into the sea, and Kriyat Yam Suf and the song on the ocean that we sang. Chazal showed there's a lot of connections with how many chariots and how many soldiers and how many this, how many that. And also, our sages say that a lot of riches came out of the sea in Yam Suf. The sea brought up a lot of treasures, a lot of precious stones, because the Egyptians decorated their horses with a lot of treasures. So everybody took a lot of treasures from there. They wouldn't move. Moshe had to force them away from Yam Suf. But the question Chazal are asking is, how come the sea gave up his treasures? Because whatever the sea takes, it doesn't give back. Only in the future he will. So how come the sea gave back the treasures that he swallowed from the Egyptians? So our sages say, Hashem promised the sea he's going to get more in the time in the future. And that time in the future was the war with Sisera, when all the chariots of Sisera fell into the ocean. That's when he got it back. So that's the song of Dvorah. There are some songs by Pirchei, but I don't know any Hasidic ones. למה ישבת מלפתיים ומכל מחוקקים. Very nice things. שימו מלכים, שימו מלכים, האזינו אוזנים. That's from Pirchei, singing for שירת דבורה. Maybe it's time for somebody to compose a nice song. You're welcome to try and do that. So that's the next song. The next one is Shirat Chana, another lady. The song of Chana, the mother of Shmuel. After Shmuel was born, and she sang this song in Shmuel Aleph, chapter 2. עלץ ליבי בהשם, רמה קרני בהשם. רחב פי על אויבי, כי שמחתי בישועתך. אין קדוש כהשם, כי אין בלתך. Beautiful, beautiful words. A lot of laws of prayers were learned from Hannah in her prayer and in her song. And what we can learn from it right now is מקים מעפר דל. We can do מקים מעפר דל, והשפות יבאים לבדיון. Maybe we'll do that. There's one interesting pasuk here that talks about Nigun in general. Rav Yitzchak Ginsburg, in one of his classes, he gave a whole class about how Nigun has the power for prophecy. And this pasuk is saying, Hashem memit u'mechayeh, morit sheol v'ya'al. Where is it? Hashem memit u'mechayeh. Hashem kills and revives. Morit sheol v'ya'al. Throws down into hell and brings back up. What's special about this is that's the power of music. Music can kill you and revive you at the same time. If you hear a nigun that is very, very moving, maybe this connects to the song that you lost in Gan Eden, like we mentioned many times. First thing is God, you stop your breath, it kills you. It's like, and then it strikes you dead. The next instant, it revives you. It gives you so much sweetness, so much koach, that, the song revives you. So that's Hashem Memitu B'chayim, Moed Sheol V'Yal. Let's do Mekimi Ma'afar Dal, which is connected to Hallel and to the song, because Mekimi Ma'afar Dal Mashpot Yahin Evion is almost the same words as David HaMelech in Tehillim, but that's the words of Hannah. ששפוט יין אביון להושיבי עם נדיבים, עם נדיבי המון משקיני מהפרדה מהשפוט יין אביון להושיבי עם נדיבים, עם נדיבי המון משיבי עטרת המים עטרת הבית, משפט ירים יום, להושיבים נדיבים מושיבי עקרת הבאים הם הבנים שמחה מושיבי עקרת הבאים Another song by Ravitza Ginsburg for Tehillim, but this pasuk is very much like it. Now we go to the next shir, next song, the song of David HaMelech. Again, there's something here that's very similar to Tehillim, chapter 18 Tehillim, and it's chapter 22 in Shmuel Bet that is brought here as his song when he was saved by from his enemies. וידבר דוד להשם את דברי השירה הזאת, ביום הציל השם אותו מכף אויביו ומיד כף שאול. השם סלעי ומצודתי. Again, there's spiritual songs here. I don't know if we have Hasidic songs, probably. But I didn't remember any now. So, כי אתה נרי, השם, השם יגיע חושקי, כי בך ערוץ גדוד. Beautiful, beautiful words. מגדול יש עוד מלכו ועושה חסד למשוחו. The sing on the end of the prayer, the ברכת המזון, and it's מגדול יש עוד מלכו. Okay. Next song is Shir HaShirim. Now for Shir HaShirim, which is all the chapter of Shir HaShirim, there's so many songs. Even though the minhag is not to compose songs at Shir HaShirim, it's too holy to compose, but I have some tzaddikim that did that. We have one by Alter Rebbe, called Dodi Dofek. בלתי דופק. Words from שיר השירים, melody from the Alter Rebbe. There's another cute one from שיר השירים by רבי נפתלי מרופשיץ. רבי נפתלי מרופשיץ, he has this one. שיר השירים אשר לשלומו ישקני בנשיקותי 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 נפתלי מרופשיץ, שיר השירים. Beautiful song. There's another song by Naftali Rovshitz. It has a lot of words though, but you can enjoy the melody. It's a song that a poem that they sing at the time of the bris, Brit Milah, and the words are talking about Kriyat Yam Suf. It's talking about Yom Leyabasha Nefku Litzuyim, the day that the sea turned into dry land. So something, Yam Leyabasha, the sea that turned into something, the day that the depths of the sea turned into dry land. שירה חדשה, שפכו גאולים. התבעת בתרמית, you drowned by a trick. You pulled into the sea the legs of the bat anamit, of the other nations. פעמי שולמית, שולמית is just the lady is talking about in the שיר השירים, the שולמית and the שולמית, שובי שולה שולמית. ופעמי שולמית יפו בנעלים. What beautiful shoes she has. What he might refer to is you know, time the Mashiach comes, מה יפו רגלי מבשר, you know, in the shoes of the person coming to tell us that the Geula is here. So, מה יפו בנעלים. שירה חדשה, שפכו גאולים. ידידי, אומרים לך, beautiful words. It's a little hard to follow, but let's try. שירה חדשה, שפכו song by Rav Ropshitz on a poem that we sing during a bris and is actually on 7th day of Pesach. Do we finish the songs? Let's see. If the last one is Shir HaShirim, no, there's another one, the Haftarah on the last day of Pesach, Od Hayom B'Dov La'amod from Yeshaya. The song they're going to sing when we bring the Geula. But I skipped in the middle, wow. We skipped Ha'azinu, Shirat Ha'azinu we skipped. That Moshe sang, that's the song of Moshe. Shirat Ha'azinu, he has Shirat HaBe'er and Shirat Ha'azinu. So let's do from Shirat Ha'azinu, which was for that, let's do Harninu Goyim Amo. How did we see that one? Harninu Goyim. Let's connect it with Pesach and with another special date, which was today, was Yutet of Nisan. It was the yahrzeit of the first Rebbe of Karlin, Rabbi Aaron Karlin. And in Chabad, we sing some of his songs. Here's one that's connected with Pesach, and we're giving Nekama Bagoyim, you know, giving back to the Goyim and saving us from the Goyim. V'hi she'amda. Rabbi Aaron Mikarlin, the Chabad way that we learn it from the Rebbe. When we mentioned the Kriyat Yam Suf and the song, I didn't mention something very important. We have the big song of the men, and then there's a few lines of Miriam singing, ותשר מרים, ותיקח מרים את התוף בידה. Miriam took the drum in her hand, and all the women went after her, בתופים ומלחולות, and they said, שירו להשם כי גאו גאה, סוס ורוכבו רמה בים. Our sages say there's a lot of difference between them. The women's song was higher than the level of the men's song. How come? So they say that men were singing just voices and the women had drums. That's one reason. Second reason, the men were singing in the future. They said, Az Yeshim Moshe, then Moshe will really sing. Now we're singing. But then Moshe will really sing. It proves that it's going to be Tchiat Amitim because Moshe is going to come back and sing. But the women said, sing now. Shiru L'Hashem ki ga'o ga'a. Sing it now. Sus v'rochvo rama v'yam. We're ready for the redemption and the war. They prepared the drums when they got out of Egypt. They knew that the redemption is going to be big miracles. And another reason is that the men's song is Shira. Et HaShira, azot Shira is feminine. And Miriam is singing in a masculine way. Shiru L'Hashem, song. No, not Shira, but Shir. And they say that it was higher than the men's. And the Shla Kadosh, Shnei Luchot HaBrit, the Rabbi Yeshayahu Horovitz, that wrote this book, Shnei Luchot HaBrit, in his book, he says that just like the marriage of our rightest four mothers, the mothers, matriarchs, we got redeemed from Egypt. With the rightest women, we got out of Egypt. The Midrash says, "B'schut nashim tzidkenot nigael." Also, in the merit of the righteous women, we're going to be redeemed. And how? What does the Shla Kadosh say? He brings a pasuk from Shir HaShirim. We're going to get it from all sides. Shir HaShirim has a beautiful pasuk says, "Iti milevanon kala, iti milevanon tavoi, tashuri mirosh Amana." With me, my bride, you're going to come from the high mountains of Snir v'Chermon, and you're going to watch from the high level of Amana. And the Shla Kadosh, I said differently. I explained this pasuk like this. Tashuri mirosh Amana, Tashur is to view. I said Tashiri mirosh. You're going to sing ahead. Mirosh, ahead of time. Mirov emunah, because of all the faith. The women are going to sing because they have so much faith, and that faith is going to bring the Geula. That's what the Shla Kadosh say. Let's add chayos and simcha and liveliness with Sheyibane Bet HaMikdash. Sheyibane ותן חלקנו בתורתך. That's it for today. Keep singing when we prepare the Chag. Keep singing the night of Pesach, the last of Pesach, and sing during the day, and sing the Azishir in Shul, and gather for Sudat Mashiach. We have the beautiful minhag from the Baal Shem Tov to do Sudat Mashiach to say we're ready for the Geula, because on the last day of Pesach, the light of Geula is shining, the light of Mashiach. And that's why the Baal Shem Tov made a minhag to eat Sudat Mashiach on the last day of Pesach. When the year is like this year, we have Friday and Shabbos. Chabad have the minhag to do twice, to do a short one on Friday because it's Erev Shabbos and we're in a hurry. And then on Shabbos afternoon, time of Sudah Shlishit, together do a real big Farbrengen and calmly, we have time to do Sudat Mashiach and connect with all the Yidden all around the world, because in Chutz La'aretz, by all other places except for Eretz Yisrael, there's 8 days in Pesach. So Shabbos is the last day of Pesach. So we're going to unite with all the other Jews and we're going to do Sudat Mashiach with them together on the last day by us at Shabbos. So have a wonderful time. We'll meet in Bein HaMashiach today or tomorrow or the day after, and if not in the music, or even after Mashiach comes, we'll meet again at the Nigunim class on Wednesday. Chag Sameach, Geula Shlema, Litraot.